stay with me. Also, there's another thing I want to say about India. Um, After traveling here now, pretty well like the locals, I would say, on trains and taxis and rickshaws and buses and staying in the various places I have, traveling around here now, from Mumbai now to the south in Kerala. I would say that, you know, I mean, it took me a while to get here because of everything you hear and the fears that people have about, you know, um, dangers and getting sick and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, India is definitely a place that it's sort of, you know, survival of the fittest, but in a sense, I'm talking about, crossing the road and eating the food and, there's um, a lot of poverty that's right in your face that you don't get in a lot of places in the world. But I have to say, I have not been sick. I've learned to cross the road without any problem whatsoever. It is a challenge sometimes. You got to be careful, but once you get it, you know how to look both ways. It's no problem. The driving is crazy here, but you get used to that as well. And I mean, I don't think I'd get in a car at this point and drive here, or rent a motorbike like I have in other parts of the world. I think right now I'd probably stay away from that. Maybe it's because I'm smart and before I wasn't so smart. I'm not sure, but but you could do it. You could do it. You just have to be really careful. I've had nothing but amazing food here, and have met really nice people. There is some people I'm sure that have a problem with foreigners or what have you, or they think certain things, but I haven't seen them. I really haven't seen them yet here. So I've only really met really nice people, and with all the craziness and insanity that India is, the people have been so nice, and I haven't seen anybody getting really aggressive or irritated, or people don't even raise their voice here. It's incredible. With all the chaos, people are extremely calm, and have a sort of zenness about them in a way, So it's in that respect, India has been phenomenally awesome. I would totally recommend it here. I actually love India. It's it's also important who you travel with. So if you travel alone, you know what you're getting, but if you're traveling with someone that doesn't work out, but I haven't had any other problems so far. So getting a really good travel partner is also really important if you're coming to India, because there is some challenges here as far as transportation and accommodations and just the insanity that it is here, as far as navigating all the the hassles and the bureaucracies and the people trying to rip you off. You just have to, you have to know what you're doing and go with the flow. I would recommend that for sure in India. Like a lot of places in the world, but even more so, I think, here in a way, because the bureaucracy and the Indian ways are just very different than a lot of the places in the world. But really, really overall, easy place to get around. Accommodations are really good, and reasonable. This place is off the charts reasonable, but most places are reasonable for what you get. You can do your laundry no problem. Like, I only brought like 3 changes of clothes, so I do my laundry like every other day, and it's cheap to do that. And last year I was traveling in Burma, and Burma is a lot harder to travel than India is, I'll tell you that. It's dirtier, and India is pretty dirty in a lot of respects. Very dirty. The infrastructure in Burma is much more difficult to navigate. Places are much fewer and farther between. It's harder to get money. Money situations is very difficult in Burma. You have to really prepare yourself. I think there's just as high a chance of getting sick in Burma, if not more. I was sick in Burma. I haven't been sick here. And Burma is probably like India was 25, 50 years ago. So I think that place, unbeknownst to me, really prepared me for India. It's really not that difficult to travel India. There's nothing to be afraid of here. If you use common sense, when I say travel, I don't mean jump on a plane and book a 5-star hotel or a group package. Anybody can do that anywhere in the world, and it's nothing. It's like going anywhere. I'm talking about traveling, putting a backpack on, seeing everything, getting, in with the locals, getting everywhere by local transportation. It's really easy to do here. You have to be patient, obviously. You have to be really flexible, like I said before, but it's completely easy to do in India. So anybody who's been on the fence about India or said, I never want to go to India because of this, that, and the other thing, some of the things that I've mentioned, put that away. You can do it. It's really not a difficult place to travel. It's actually really nice. Is it the first place that I would recommend someone traveling? Probably not. But it's definitely, for me, it's up there on the top of the list so far. Love it. And would I come back again? I definitely would. And I'm only halfway through India so far. We're still doing some of the north. So that's going to be really awesome. We're getting on a plane in a few days. We're going to relax here in Kerala for a few days. And then we still have 2 weeks to see the north. So it is a bit of a rush trip. We're not staying in places too long. But this trip, we just want to make sure we see a lot of things. If we want to come back, we will. If we don't, we've seen a lot. We've seen most things there is to see here. There is a lot of other things, I'm sure, tons of other things to see here. But, you get a little taste of this and that. So I think it's great. India is definitely, so far, I'd say it's 4 or 5 out of 5. And I totally recommend it. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm going to go hang out at the beach for a bit. I'm out. Peace. Stay with me.